What's up, Fantasy Endgame fam? We are back. I should say, I am back. Going to do an underdog draft tonight. I need to get caught up on these best ball mania drafts. I am way behind my goal of 150, which would be the max. So hopefully some of you can jump on here and draft with me. If not, no worries. You can just hang out and chat it up with me. I'll do my best to answer comments while I draft. It won't be as easy when it's just me, but we'll make work with it. And I do need to let you know, if you haven't tried Underdog Fantasy yet, maybe you're like, what is this? Maybe you want to try to get in the draft tonight with me. This is a great time because obviously they have these drafts going on right now. You can see down here, they have all sorts of drafts going on right now for fantasy football, all different price ranges, all different payout structures. And if you go to Underdog Fantasy and you join using our promo code ENDGAME, not only is that going to get you a special pick, a free square that you can use with any pick on Underdog Fantasy, but they're also going to give you up to $250 in bonus cash that you can use right away to start drafting. That's Underdog Fantasy. Use promo code ENDGAME to get that special pick and the bonus cash. But we are going to do a best ball. Well, I am going to do a best ball mania tonight. So if you want to try to jump in, this is your final warning. I'm going to start it here in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. See what position we get tonight. All right. Oh, we got a lot of spots still. A lot of spots open. So if you want to jump in, you got time. JSC, what's up? Saying, do you think the lead back for Chargers could have top 10 potential? Maybe. I don't know. Top 10 seems extreme. Top 15? I think top 15. Should still be really good based on where you're drafted. I mean, Gus Edwards going outside the top 100. J.K. Dobbins, if that's your thing, not mine, going way outside the top 100. Kimani Vidal, I think he's going outside the top 150. He might have gone out. His ADP might be climbing. I'm not sure. But, yeah, top 10 seems extreme. Maybe top 15. Ray De La Torre saying he won the Super Bowl. Congrats. Looking to go back to back. Definitely. Back to back. Wolfman, what's up? Thoughts on trading Etienne and Devonta Smith for Nope. Hard no here. Very, very hard no. I don't care if it's redraft. Especially if it's dynasty, it's a very hard no. But I don't think Kyron is going to be so much better than Etienne that you're getting a significant advantage there. And then you're giving up a young, very good wide receiver in Devonta Smith. Definitely don't do this. Unless you're getting Etienne and Devonta Smith, then do it. But if you're giving up Etienne and Devonta Smith, don't do this. D. Latomsky, what tournament? This is Best Ball Mania. I have a goal to max out the Mania, so I need to get going here because I am way behind. Troy, do you think Drake London will finish top 10 wide receiver in full PPR? I think it's possible. Man, top 10 it's just so hard to be top 10. I certainly think he has the upside for top 10. But feels like his ceiling. It feels like his ceiling. All right, looks like we got 3 more people to jump in. All right, JSC, always with the spicy taste. Thinks there's a real chance Zach Moss plays better than Rachaad White. Rachaad White, you're right. Rachaad White was not very effective. He's never been really effective. In fact, none of the Tampa Bay running backs have ever. Oh, the 101 again. I get to do it again. 2 in a row. None of the Tampa Bay running backs, or any of the Tampa Bay running backs, have ever really been effective recently. But I think Rachaad White's role is clearer. All right, how do I get here? Hold on. And there we go. And better pass catcher. So, but hey, it's not crazy. It's not crazy to think that. I do worry that Zach Moss may not get as many touches as we expect. I mean, we have a pretty long list of guys who, you know, were never really much more than average in the NFL as running backs and then get a chance to be the guy in what seems like a great situation and they don't come through. So we'll see there. We'll see. All right. Well, my second straight share of Christian McCaffrey. Let's see what I can do on the way back this time. Last time I went Evans Pittman, which the Pittman pick was a little reachy. So we'll see what I do this time. We'll see how it comes around. All right. This is a question we are going to get a lot of. Oh, Bijan at the 2. Bijan at the 2. Ray said he drafts get Kyle Pitts every year. I wouldn't say I drafted him every year. I didn't draft him his rookie year. I think I had him the last 2 years, though. Do you think this is the year to do it one more time? I don't see why not. I don't think you have to. Like, I'm not going to say, like, yeah, you got to draft Kyle Pitts, but it seems reasonable to take a chance on him this year. He's going, I think, later than he's ever gone in drafts. Maybe he went this late in his rookie year. I don't remember. He's got Kirk Cousins, doesn't have Arthur Smith. I mean, there's a lot of signs pointing to Kyle Pitts at least being good this year. Will Kyle Pitts ever live up to the expectations? Maybe not. But I think Pitts can at least be good. But I also don't feel like I have to force Pitts in because I feel like there's tight ends after him, like Evan Engram, Jake Ferguson, that I also like them. So I'm not gonna like force Kyle Pitts onto my roster, but if I get him at a value, I'll take him. All right, so we got Bijan, CeeDee Lamb, Tyreek Hill, Jamar Chase, pretty standard so far, other than Bijan at two. That's not so standard. Yeah, Wolfman, your team is stacked, man. I mean, I don't think Kyron's an upgrade for you. I mean, Kyron was great last year. He helped me win a championship. I'm sure he helped some of you win a championship. But that feels like it's going to be Kyron Williams' outlier season. Like, this guy was nothing special as a prospect. It doesn't. Yeah. I don't think that's going to help you. I think you're better off with Etienne and Devonta Smith for sure. All right, AJ Brown. Wow, we've seen like, why is Puka Nakua's ADP falling? Are people just like worried about like sophomore slump or something? I feel like he used to go ahead of AJ Brown and Garrett Wilson. Yeah, Ray, you're right. It's funny because for years, I don't know how long you've been watching our channel, Ray. Maybe this is your first time. I don't know. But I was really big on talking about, like, man, people overdraft running backs. You need to draft wide receivers more because, it used to be like we're on the clock right now at the end of the first round. Right now we've got four running backs gone and 7 wide receivers. It used to be the opposite, right? You'd have like 7 running backs gone and only 4 wide receivers, and then people would take like running back 8 and 9 over wide receiver 5, and it's like, really, you think the running back 8 or 9 is more valuable than a top 5 wide receiver? But now we're seeing that reverse. Now it's like people are taking wide receivers like 13, 14, 15 over running back 5 or 6, and it's like, do you really think that that wide receiver is going to be better than that running back? Like the wide receiver 14 is more valuable than the RB5 or the RB6 or whatever. So yeah, it almost kind of feels like maybe wide receivers overvalued this year for the first time in a really, really long time. There's some really, really nice running back values in fantasy drafts. Like, I do not feel like this is a year where, you have to like force running back in, but I also feel like it might be a year where people who, get 2 stud running backs early may have an advantage. We'll see. All right, and we'll also see what happens when it gets back to me. Very curious. I will say last time, I mean, I do have a. When I get Christian McCaffrey, I definitely have a problem pulling the trigger on an RB this early. And I did pass on Achan last time. Achan I mean, this is what I'm talking about. Like I like Chris Olave, I like Brandon Ayuk, but like over Saquon, Devontae Adams over Saquon, really? Devontae Adams over Saquon? I don't know. I don't know. I feel like who's that guy at 11? Mathin Mani or whatever. I mean, Gibbs, Jonathan Taylor. I mean, we could look like that could be a start that like wins him. Like, you know what I mean? Like if Jahmyr Gibbs ends up being a top 3 running back this year and Jonathan Taylor bounces back being a top 3 running back, like that'd be hard to beat. That's hard to beat. I agree. Nico over Olave is a massive mistake. I like Nico, but man, I mean, hard to envision. Okay, so we got some. Oh man, am I gonna have to go? Okay, this time I'm gonna pass. Well, I took Evans last time. I'm gonna definitely go Devonta Smith here. Do I switch it up? Do I go with this running back this early just to get Achan? Last time I went Evans Pittman. Do I really want to go Evans back-to-back drafts here? I'm going to switch it up and go Achan in the third here. In a vacuum, I probably prefer Evans, but let's go with Achan in the third. I don't normally go 2 running backs this early with CMC, but let's do it. Ian, is anybody in Scott Fishbowl? Pierre is. I don't know what division he's in. I am not. I did it one year, and look, I've met Scott Fish. He helped me one time with a dynasty league. He's an awesome guy. Does awesome stuff for the fantasy community. I would like all positivity from Scott Fish, but for me personally, who already plays in more leagues than I want to play in, the scoring system in Scott Fishbowl is just not my cup of tea. So for me, it's like, hey, I'm already stretched too thin in fantasy leagues, so I don't really want to join a league where I'm not a fan of the scoring format. So yeah, I did it one year and was like, okay, I'm good now. But yeah, Scott Fish is awesome. The Fishbowl is awesome. Everything that the Fishbowl stands for is awesome. What it does for fantasy is awesome. Just not my cup of tea. Yeah, I think Achan, Evans, Devonta Smith, they're all close there. I just I just typically when I get Christian McCaffrey, I feel like I have 1.5 running backs, and so I want to hammer wide receiver, maybe an elite QB, maybe an elite tight end before I come back to running back. Because again, there is so much good running back value this year. But I also don't hate Achan in the third round. Not Achan in the third round might honestly be a league winner. I didn't know. Wow, I didn't know I had return. I didn't know. Ian, looking at your comment, I didn't know Scott Fish had return yardage too. Rashid Shaheed averaged 25 points per game last year. Yeah, like I don't like. Cool, it's different. I mean, again, what it stands for, and the person behind it, Scott Fish, is absolutely amazing. But again, I'm already in like more leagues than I want to be in. So, yeah. Yeah, taking. I mean, I will say that. Yeah, taking Bijan at 2. The only reason I don't like if this was just like a redraft league, I'm totally fine with Bijan at 2. The only reason I don't want to do it in an underdog draft like this is because normally he goes like pick 6 or pick 7. So, if you're gonna do a lot of underdog drafts, you're getting extra exposure to Bijan, and you're limiting your exposure to someone like CeeDee Lamb, Tyreek Hill, when you take a guy super early like that. And as much as I like Bijan and as good as Bijan can be, knock on wood, this doesn't happen, but injuries happen. If you, and I did this when I first started playing best ball, I would do this. I just had my guys and I would draft like, it didn't matter if I had picked like 3, 5, 8. If I liked the guy and he was going late in the first round, I would just keep picking him. And then he gets hurt or something, and half your drafts are wiped out. And then you don't have the guy who's going off there because you know what I'm saying. So in a redraft league, fine, but in an underdog draft, I tend, especially in the very early rounds, I tend not to stray from ADP too significantly because you want to have exposure. You don't know, like we don't know who's going to be. Like last year, CeeDee Lamb was going late first round and he was a league winner. You know what I mean? Amon-Ra St. Brown, second round, he was a league winner. Like you don't want to be like off somebody completely or, so high on somebody and then they, like I'm all in on Justin Jefferson and then he misses 5 games or whatever. All right, coming up to my pick here. So last time I went Hollywood Mahomes here, which I actually really don't mind, but again, I don't want to build the same team. But man, now I'm really kind of regretting Achane. Looking at the board, I might have to go Hollywood again. I mean, I can't go Etienne here and have 3 running backs. I think I'm for sure going to go McBride and take an early tight end here. And then, yeah, I think I'm just going to go Hollywood again. Keenan, Jaden Reed, feels too early for them. Yeah, I'm going to go Hollywood. I'm sure I sniped the guy at 2. I'm sure he thought he was going to go Mahomes Hollywood. But, yeah, everybody's saying, yes, you can. Go Etienne there, man. Maybe. IT, baby. Mad Baller Skills asking why Achane over Kyron. It's a fair question. I think in a redraft league, I would probably prefer Kyron because I think you're gonna have a higher floor with Kyron. You're gonna feel better about Kyron in your lineup every week. But I think in this format, in Underdog, Achane just gives you those kind of weeks, like those 30, those huge weeks. So I think in this format, Achane over Kyron makes sense. But in a redraft league, I'd probably go Kyron over Achane. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I sniped that guy at 2. He did go, so then he reached on Worthy. He reached on Worthy to get the. It's just, man, it feels like Keenan here, Jaden Reed feels too early. Man, Etienne finally goes off the board. What a great value for Etienne. Yeah, and this is another reason why in these underdog drafts, this is another reason why it's so tough if I had gone Etienne there. Let's say I went Etienne McBride. Who's my wide receiver 2 going to be? You know what I mean? Who's my wide receiver 3 going to be? This is a 3 wide receiver league. That's what makes it so tough with wide receivers going so early. It's like you want to zig while everybody else is zagging or zag while they're zigging, whatever it is. But man, if I go Etienne there, Devonta Smith, my wide receiver 1, and then I'm looking at, I don't know, who am I looking at as my wide receiver 2? Probably I don't know, Christian Watson, Jackson Smith, and Jigba. Those are my wide receivers. It's just, man, I'd be hurting so bad at wide receiver. Yeah, same with bully tight end. Bully tight end is one of those things that, I agree with you, and it seems good on paper, but it never really works out because, again, you can only, unless your second tight end is going to be a flex, which they generally don't have the kind of upside you want for a flex. Then you just end up having a good tight end on your bench most weeks. So, all right. So now the only issue with having Devonta Smith and Hollywood Brown is I have no QBs to stack right now because, of course, Mahomes is gone, and of course Jalen Hurts is gone. So we'll have to find a stack a bit later. Stacks, depending on who we get here on the way back. Chris, thoughts on my team in a 10-man PPR, two flexes. Hurts at QB, that's very good. Checo Kenneth Walker, solid. Puka Garrett Wilson, okay, good. Very good. Njoku at tight end is fine. DK Diggs and Mostert. I think you're good. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good to me. Yeah, Ridley. This is another thing. Like, so Ian saying, got to go Ridley Levis. Like, even Ridley, like, man, Ridley that early. Really, does he have that kind of upside? I don't know, man. Like, he feels okay. Really feels okay, but does he have that kind of weekly upside you want? I don't know. Like, that's how I feel about like Keenan Allen. Like, does he have that weekly upside? In that offense with DJ Moore and Romo Dunze and a rookie QB, does Keenan have the kind of weekly upside we're looking for in this format? I don't know. Levis does have generational arm talent. Can he put it together, though? That's the question. Can he put it together? Okay, I am feeling pretty good here because I would be happy with any two of. Okay, perfect. I bet you Team 2 really regrets that he reached on Worthy when he could have just gotten Rice, but I'm happy to go Lad McConkey, Deontay Johnson here. I like both these guys this year. I'm going to grab both of them here. I think Deontay is one of the best values in drafts right now. And I also really like Lad in that Chargers offense. And now, I can potentially stack. It gives me some late round QB options, where if I want to punt QB and just go a 3 QB build, I can get Herbert, I can get Russ, maybe even Fields if I think Fields is going to be the guy at some point, which he could be, but I don't know if I'm betting on it. Yeah, Dak Ferguson stacks another one. For sure. Dak is like crazy undervalued. Like, I don't understand why Dak, like, why isn't Dak going like ahead of Joe Burrow? At least. Like, you want to say not ahead of CJ Stroud? Okay, fine. I mean, I'm pretty sure Dak was better than CJ Stroud last year, but I get it. CJ Stroud added Diggs. I get it. But why not ahead of Burrow? That I don't get. And then why hasn't Rice been suspended yet? It's because it's only July. I mean, look at Kamara. Like, how long it took for Kamara to get suspended. Like, it took a while. And I don't know. I feel like I'm starting to wonder if Rice is even gonna get suspended. I feel like it's kind of gone away. Like, it's gone. It doesn't exist anymore. Like, the NFL is like, yeah, that never happened. That didn't really happen. Sure. Chiefs are scripted at 3. Yeah, they're scripted at 3P because they have Patrick Mahomes. And they just added Hollywood Brown and Xavier Worthy. Like, come on. This isn't even fair. Last year, and Taylor Swift, yeah. Last year, Patrick Mahomes throwing to Rashee Rice, the 75% Travis Kelce, MVS, who couldn't even catch, Kadarius Toney, who every time he caught a pass got hurt. I mean, didn't even matter. All right, now I'm feeling better about going Achane because I do like my wide receivers, honestly. I like Ladd and Deontay as wide receiver 3, wide receiver 4. I got CMC Achane. I got a stud tight end. I'm feeling pretty good right now. Yeah, exactly. Ian saying, if the NFL was scripted, they're terrible at it, honestly. They're terrible at this. Like, they're not very good. Like, if the NFL was scripted, like, the Lions would have made the Super Bowl last year, right? Like, and they would have beaten the Chiefs. Like, it's like you need that like total underdog story to come up and beat the evil villain or whatever, right? Like, Like you went to have the script. If the script called for the Lions to lose in heartbreaking fashion in the NFC Championship game, that's not a very good script. Us, this is what I mean about running backs here. Like Swift on the board, Zach Moss still on the board, Pollard still on the board. Let's just double tap RB here. I don't really have a lot of Swift. I don't know if I have any Zach Moss. I mean, I could go QB with like Jordan Love or Jaden Daniels. You know, try to get Dotson later, try to get Wicks later, but there's no guarantee there. So let's just go Zach Moss here. Yeah, I mean, Jordan Love's certainly a consideration, but what I hate about taking like a quarterback when I don't have one of their pass catchers, it's like then you have to hope you get one of their pass catchers, or else you have unstacked Jordan Love, which is like fine, but it's not what I like. I don't know. Maybe I'm too bullheaded, and I need those stacks. But yeah, I mean, Jordan Love definitely was a consideration there, no doubt. My top 6 running backs: CMC, Brees Hall, Bijan Robinson, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jonathan Taylor. I think I go. Yeah. Then it gets tough. I'm gonna say, if we're talking redraft, I'm gonna say, in no order, in no specific. Oh man, I'm gonna cheat and go 7, and I'm gonna say in no specific order. How many have I done so far? Yeah, I'm looking. Yeah, I'm looking at Herbert and potentially Russ later in the draft. And if I grab one more wide receiver, maybe somebody like, I don't know. We'll see who I grab. So who did I say? I said CMC, Brees, Bijan, Gibbs, JT. That's 5 already. Oh man, number 6. Like number 6 for me is like. I could see any one of Kyron, Achane, Saquon, Derrick Henry, or Pacheco. Okay, there you go. There was 10. I just gave you 10. There's my top 10. Pretty much the top 10 being drafted. I know. We're really going out on a limb here. But I really do think they're the 10 best. So the order is debatable. The order is debatable. Like it would not surprise me one bit if Pacheco was top 5 this year. I don't mind. I don't even mind the Goff Jameson Williams stack in this format, but I think Jameson Williams has already been drafted, hasn't he? I don't even like I don't usually go 3 QBs in these drafts. I think I prefer 2, but I'm fine going 3. And at this point, I probably will go 3. Because the problem is like, I mean, Caleb Williams. Who are you stacking? Who are you stacking Caleb with at this point? Like Cole Kmet? You just going Cole Kmet? Nah, Brock Purdy. I mean, they're all gone unless you're going to take a flyer on Ricky. Is Ricky Pearsall still on the board? Where does he usually go? He's still on the board, so you could try that, I guess. T-Law, I don't know who you stack T-Law with. Tua, I mean, yeah. Goff, you could do like Khalil Raymond really late. Like you could probably pretty much guarantee Goff, Khalif Raymond late if you wanted to. But I'm probably just gonna look at Herbert QB1. And then we'll see. Yeah, I do like Mooney. I do like Cousins Mooney, but you got to like double tap them. They go back to back. Their ADP is literally back to back, so you got to double tap those guys, which isn't a bad strategy. It's not a bad strategy to do that. If I'm on the board and Cousins and Mooney are still there, I might do that. Who do the Chargers play week 17? The Patriots. Hey, that's not a bad Chargers Patriots week 17. That wouldn't be a bad get like Herbert here and then get like Drake May and one of the Polk or Baker or Demario Douglas or something. That wouldn't be bad. Get that week 17 stack. I definitely like Rodgers and Corley. Definitely like that. But again, you gotta like, where does Rodgers goes 161, Corley goes, he can't be going, he's not going this late, right? I missed him somewhere. Where's Corley? All right. Corley goes 176, so that's certainly a possibility. He could make it back to me. It's a little risky, but he could. I'm gonna be pretty. I shouldn't say pretty. I'll be a little tilted here if Dontavian Wicks makes it back to me because I could have gone Jordan Love last round and then gotten Wicks, which I would have actually been pretty happy with. I might go Wicks anyways here. Can I wait? I can probably wait on Herbert till next round. I think. I took Zach Moss, right? Yeah, I can't take Chase Brown. When is McBride's bye week? 11? Do I go Goddard? I'm definitely gonna go Wicks here. Did we go Ford? How many running backs do I have right now? What am I looking at? 4 running backs, 5 wide receivers, and a tight end. Goddard, Ford. Benson's the value, even though I'm not. All right, I'll just go Benson. He's the best value on the board. Let's go Benson. I'm a slave to the value. I admit it. Slave to that value. You give me a guy. Whatever. What is this? You give me a guy. What? Jeez, he normally goes 108. You give me a guy a full round below ADP. I have a trouble saying no. All right, fingers crossed. Justin Herbert makes it back. I don't know if he will. Yeah, man. If I had taken Love over Moss, that Love Wick stack, I'd be feeling pretty good about that. But oh well. If I missed out on Herbert, maybe the Cousins Mooney double tap. All right, let's not. We've had a lot of QBs go lately, so maybe Herbert will make it. Rico. I like Rico. I'm coming around on Rico. You guys are going to find out on Sunday how I feel about Rico. Oh, there goes Herbert. All right. So let's see. Maybe we can get the Man, Herbert over Tua. Well, I guess he had Josh Palmer. Maybe we can get the Cousins Mooney double tap here. I really hope somebody takes Tua because I don't want to have to be on the board with Tua at like a 20 round discount here. I mean a 20 pick discount. I don't really want to have to make that decision. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with Bryce Young in this format. Honestly, I think the Panthers are going to surprise on offense. I think Bryce Young is going to surprise. I don't think Bryce Young is going to be what CJ Stroud was last year, but if you think back, like I think a good comparison for him is T-Law. Do you remember T-Law rookie year where Meyer was a disaster? And then the next year, T-Law was like a set and forget quarterback the second half of the year. Oh, Stafford over Tua. I don't see why Bryce Young can't be that. Dave Canales, man, he worked miracles with Geno. He worked miracles with Baker last year. You're telling me he can't work a mini miracle with the number 1 overall pick? I think he can. I'm really gonna have to like this. I'm really gonna have to take Cousins Mooney over Tua. Can I really pass on Tua here? Who do I stack with Tua? Just nobody? Oh my gosh. Tua's 20 picks below ADP. How do I not take Tua here? Why are they doing that? Why did they do this to me? Oh man. All right, I can't not take Tua here. Man. Who's even all right, go Mooney. Still go Mooney. I like Mooney. I think Mooney's got lots of upside in that offense. Who's even like available at wide receiver? Who's the? I don't even know like what is the Dolphins depth chart even? Who's even the other wide receiver? Cedric Wilson, is he still on the team? No. Braxton Berrios. Oh, Odell. Do I do it? Do I grab Odell late? Do I do it? The Tua Odell stack? My first and probably only Odell pick? Why not, right? Why not? Who do the Dolphins play week 17? Will Odell even be on the field week 17? They play the Browns. Why do they always? They're in Cleveland. Why can't they give Miami home games in December? Like you would think you'd want to be playing in Miami in December, not Cleveland. Obviously, is that my jammy sports? Do I trade Brian Thomas for Zamir White, Khalil Shakir, and Dallas Goedert? No, Brian Thomas definitely has upside in Dynasty. I don't know. I think I don't think it's a horrible offer, but I think I want to keep Brian Thomas. Unless it's like non PPR or something, but I probably want to keep Brian Thomas. I want that young wide receiver. I think you're getting some decent pieces back. But I think long term you'll prefer to have Brian Thomas. Dang, I can't even get Deshaun Watson for the bring back. The bring back I didn't even want. Let's see. So Tua's got the week 6 bye. McBride's got the week 11 bye. Russ's bye is week 9, so that's still a possibility. Yeah, I could. I'll probably actually. I'm gonna flag one of my favorite late round picks that I don't think anybody is drafting. Well, he does have an ADP, so maybe he is being drafted, but I haven't seen him drafted much. Yeah, Angel. I don't think it's a terrible offer. Like, and look, this year, if Samir White is great and Brian Thomas is just a rookie, maybe you're kicking yourself. But I think down the road, you'll be happy you have Brian Thomas. Yeah, Malik Washington is a possibility too. It's his ADP. He's pretty far down there. I'll flag him when it gets later. All right, so I do need another tight end. Oh, I like Henry here. Let's go Henry. Be done at tight end. I like him as my tight end too. I feel like I have a lot of Corley. I feel like I have. I don't feel like I've gotten a lot of Michael Wilson yet. Is it too early? It's really not too early for anybody, right? Somebody talked me into Wandale Robinson's upside in this format. I don't see it. I'm gonna go Michael Wilson. Nope, nope. All right, I'm gonna go Michael Wilson. Well, maybe I needed to wait on wide receiver. The Steelers. Oh, Steelers play the Chiefs. Well, if I get if I can get Russ. Wait, you know what? I was saying Russ to stack with Deontay Johnson, didn't I? It's not Russ, it's Bryce. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I thinking here? I'm thinking about the past. All right, so who do the Panthers get week 17? This changes everything. The Bucks. Now Baker's gone. Hmm. Panthers Bucks week 17 shootout that nobody saw coming. Maybe, maybe not. Oh, okay. There goes my bring back for Jalen McMillan. Wow, that was a reach. Hmm. I think I'm just gonna go Gino Bryce here. I mean, I definitely got to go Bryce again. Gino, you need a third. I need. I don't think I can just go. Is Tua Bryce enough? Tua Bryce enough? Yeah, Tua Bryce is enough, right? Go Damian Pierce. And then we'll hope for Odell or Malik Washington with the last pick. Tua Bryce and Jamie Sports saying no. Oh well. No risk it, no biscuit. It's a tournament. Playing for the top. Everybody's saying 3 QBs. I mean, really, is having like Derek Carr, Bo Nix, JJ McCarthy, Russ that important? Is it really that important? Is it really going to make a difference? Look, I'm trying to finish. I'm trying to finish 1 out of a million. Trying to finish 1 out of a million. Not playing for floor here. Not playing for safety. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna stick with 2 and hopefully I can get one of Odell or Malik Washington. I just really wasn't able to get any of my stacks. Made it tough. Made it tough. Bo Nix going to be a poor man's Breeze. Maybe. Maybe. We'll see. I don't totally hate Bo Nix, but I don't think Bo Nix is going to be the difference maker for my QB room. I need Tua to stay healthy, which he did last year, and I need Tua to ball out, which he kind of did last year. And then if Bryce is second year T-Law, my quarterback room is fine. If Tua gets hurt or doesn't ball out and Bryce is not second year T-Law, then yeah, I'm done. This draft is probably over already. That's the way it goes. Exactly. Guns blazing. Be interesting to look at this team after the draft. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I have 2 tight ends, but Trey McBride is my tight end 1, so I'm fine with that. I definitely am not taking a 3rd tight end. Trey McBride, Hunter Henry, that's fine. That's fine. So I'll go Malik Washington here with this. At least get that to a stack. Who knows? Maybe. Maybe. All right, there we go. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know if this is going to be one of my favorite teams. Let's take a look at it. All right. Tua Bryce. Yeah, already talked about that. Very risky, but we'll see. I really like my running backs. I even debated like stopping after Trey Benson. I mean, CMC, Achan, that feels good. Swift, Moss, Benson, Pierce. I like that running back room. I like those running backs. For waiting, I guess waiting a bit on my wide receiver. Like I took Devonta Smith, but then I didn't take Hollywood till the 4 or 5 turn. I still felt good. Ladd, Deontay Johnson, Dontavian Wicks, Mooney, Michael Wilson, Malik Washington for the stack. Not bad, not bad. And then like I said, McBride, Hunter Henry. So, it's all right. It's all right. I can't say it's my favorite team I've drafted so far, but I don't completely hate it. I think it's got a shot. Of course, it's going to come down to those QBs there, being good. And of course, CMC not getting hurt. But anytime you take CMC at the 101, your draft comes down to CMC not getting hurt, of course. So, all right, another Best Ball Mania in the books. That's number 6, I think. I've got 144 to go. I'm math good. 144 to go. So we're gonna be picking up the pace here. I think the next one will be Sunday. Doesn't feel like picking up the pace. Pierre should be with me on that one from Miami, live from Miami. Maybe he'll be on the beach for that. Who knows? Again, if you haven't tried Underdog, make sure you go check it out. You can do these drafts yourself. Ton of fun. If you join using promo code Endgame, they're gonna give you a special pick that you can use for pick'ems, which you can see right here. They have pick'ems. All sorts of different picks, all sorts of different sports up here that you can pick from. Major League Baseball. They also have Gunnar Henderson. Just needs to hit 1 home run in the home run derby this week, and you win right there. Plus, you'll get a special pick on top of the Gunnar Henderson one. Plus, you'll get up to $250 in bonus cash. So if you haven't tried Underdog Fantasy yet, and you want to do these drafts, you want to try the pick'ems, this is a great time to do it. Just make sure you use promo code Endgame when you sign up. We will be back streaming another Best Ball Mania probably on Sunday. I say probably to Best Ball Mania, but we'll definitely be streaming on Sunday. Appreciate everybody being here. Appreciate chatting it up with you. Hopefully next draft will go a little more smooth, and we'll see you back here on Sunday.